apart from my lectures. Okay? And see, the thing about comedy is that it should be believable. It should, the story that you're telling in comedy should feel like it's actually happened to you. Okay? Somebody was saying, something about Anne Frank diary. Uski shakal dekh. Do you think he's actually read Anne Frank's diary? उसने Anne Frank's diary का abstract भी नहीं पढ़ा होगा. It's not believable. And that's why it was not funny. So I'll tell you a story which actually happened to me. So it has to be believable, obviously, because it's the truth. So here it goes. So I'm basically a new prof, in IIIT, made a nice whatever circuit or something. Wanted to show it off in Delhi ka some conference, okay? So I go to some seen electronics in life, that it's a PCB connected to a PCB connected to a PCB connected to an antenna, LED switches, battery, all wrapped up. Because you love your circuits, right? More than life itself, electronics nerds love their circuits. Must have probably, because new prof, right? I mean, I didn't know how to go about these things. Somebody told me that if you put these things in the cargo, like in the check-in baggage, they keep it depressurized, they keep it at -20 degrees centigrade. It's not nice, it'll probably destroy your electronics. So I was like, I'll not check this in, I'll carry it with me. Okay? So I'm strutting around the airport, I've done my check-in. In my backpack, there is a box that is taped up. It has an antenna in it and multiple circuits. Okay? So I go to the security guy, put that thing in that, that thingy, security thingy. It goes in, I go in. The guy is like, Bhaiya, idhar aana. Now, if your name is Aftab Hussain and you are having a beard, it doesn't help. Okay? It doesn't help. So I'm like, okay, bhaiya, I'm there. He says, bhaiya, ye kya hai? Points to the screen, that X-ray wala, I am like, mera circuit hai. Very happy about it. Proud. Okay. क्या होता है भैया ये? खोलना जरा. Okay. लाओ bag लाओ. I take out the box. I swear to God, they take 2 steps back. Hand on the holster. And now I realize my mistake. I am like, भैया ये सिर्फ एक LoRaWAN transceiver है. I assume that they would know what that is, but they didn't. God bless them. They were like, भैया ये तो satellite phone लग रहा है. I am like, no, this is not how you make a satellite phone. एक बार वो pen and paper दे. So somehow I convince him, I'm a prof, ये conference, ये card है, ये उसका registration है भैया, ये blah blah blah. He got convinced. He was like, okay, leke jao. Now, the interesting thing is, that thing had a battery in it as well. Okay? And there is a tiny switch, like again, electronics people probably know that slider switch is there, right? There was a slider switch. If he had turned on that slider switch, all kinds of LEDs would have started glowing. I swear he would have evacuated the entire airport. But he didn't, so thank goodness for that. So I'm like, okay, band kiya, pack, everything, pack on, okay, plane. Now, when you go to the airport, the other thing is, you realize how, किसे कुछ कहना है? Hecklers on the first set. So, you go to the airport, you go to the counters and all. You want to eat something, you look at the menu. It's not a good idea, but if you look at the menu, it's like, some chicken sandwich, 2,000 rupees. Coke can, 200 rupees. And you're like, airport is actually a different bubble. It's a parallel universe. I always feel like, do they know what the prices are outside? Maybe they don't. Maybe उनको लगता है यही है. I mean, if you ask भैया ये चिकन सैंडविच कितना है? 2,000 रुपए का. Obviously. I am like, okay, cannot place पे जाओ कभी. Fine. So you don't buy anything. You're hungry. You go to the plane. Now on the plane, I don't know why, but the pilot always comes on the PA, right? Public address system of the plane, and he says something. It's very annoying. He'll be, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be covering this flight in 2 hours time. The temperature at the Delhi airport is blah blah blah, and you are like, ठीक है, plane on कर और चल. Like, have you noticed this never happens in any other mode of transport? If you hop on a train, there is no driver of the train saying, oh, we will go to Ahmedabad in so and so day and we will be reaching there and blah blah blah. The bus driver never says this. The pilot always does. They come on to this PA and they'll say all kinds of things, and one of the things is that when they come on the PA system, it's never good news. It's either okay or bad news. Okay? So okay is like, okay, we'll cover the distance and so on, the normal stuff. Bad news is there's a bomb on the plane. There's a guy called Aftab Hussain. He's a suspect. He's carrying a LoRaWAN transceiver. You don't want to hear that. So you're nervous when he comes on the PA system. And the other thing is they're very egocentric. Have you ever noticed that pilots are very egocentric? You know, they always come on to the PA system and they talk about their life as if we are interested about it. You know that today is my birthday. We will be covering the flight to Delhi in 2 hours time. We will be landing at the airport at 6 p.m. Then I will take a cab from there. I will check in a fancy hotel. Then I'll have a date. And I'm like, switch on the plane and go, yaar. क्यों ये सब बता रहे हैं मुझे? Then चलो ठीक है. After that, they actually switch on the plane and we start taxiing and everything. Take off. You take off, and then what happens? They bust out the food, delivery or whatever, food carts. One of the problems is when they bust out the food carts, it shows you your real aukat. Okay? If you thought it's overpriced at the airport, this is not going to be a good news for you. So the problem is, because I'm old, I am from a generation which has at least for a couple of times seen classy, plane travel. When stuff actually used to be free on the plane, like you used to be a rich guy if you're traveling on the plane. This is pre-Indigo. Okay? So and because humans are always very hopeful about everything, whenever they take out this food cart, I always ask the air hostess, वो Coke complimentary है क्या? I know I shouldn't. मेरी गलती है. गलती मेरी है. I shouldn't have asked. But hope is such a powerful thing. And they very politely reply, sir, if you're a corporate member of so and so league, it's complimentary, otherwise only 500 rupees. Now, I am like, look at me. Do I look like a corporate membership partner of any firm? I'm in sweatpants. And 500 rupees ka can to definitely no. So finally, they go away. And the other thing is, if you're not, let's say this was Delhi flight, if you're traveling for international flight as well, I mean, DASA people give me a cheer. Emirates and all you've flown, right? One of the problems with those international flights, like the Middle Eastern flights in particular, I'm really mad about those flights. They will take you inside the plane through the business class. Have you noticed this? पीछे दरवाजा बना सकते थे, पर नहीं बनाया. You go like this. मैं यहाँ नहीं बैठ रहा हूँ, यहाँ नहीं बैठ रहा हूँ, यहाँ नहीं बैठ रहा हूँ. So this is my level of, this is how poor I am. I'm going through first class, looking at the seats and all the nice things that are accompanying them. Then I'll go to my coach, whatever, like coach class or whatever they call it, and sit at the sad seat. And the other thing they do is, after having displayed all of the niceties of life, they will close the curtain. Curtain close करने से क्या होने वाला है? will I not know what there was? Will I forget? मैं क्या नजर लगाने वाला हूँ ये खाने को? Probably I would, but still, I mean, closing the curtain is a really shit move. All right, so after that, I finally reached Delhi. That's the end of my set. Thank you so much for listening in.